thing you're going to do, which this doesn't count in my little 5 minutes, get this done in 5 minutes, because if you've ever done marketing before in voiceover, this is something you already have and you just grab it and you need to spruce it up and make it current, which will only take a few minutes. But if you haven't ever done it before, you should, and that is so now here it is at the end of the year. Every single job that I do or audition, whether it's through any agent or any pay-to-play website, everything runs through my email account. Even if it's a referral through Facebook, they get my email address and the job somehow goes through my email account, okay? So I go back through my email and put into a spreadsheet all of the people that I worked with this past year. Boom, that's who you're sending this out to. And then your secondary one can be all the people that you wished you were working with this year. And that can be a second type of card you do. So, okay, let's get started. Canva or to Adobe Spark. And I tried to pick out at least one example of a free one. So you can do all of this with a free account. Here is an example. Let's see, I went to Canva, I typed in, searched New Year's presentation, and then that came up, which I thought was super cool. That came up, which I thought was super cool. Lots of options here came up. This was the one I decided to expand on. Then you go to uploads and you grab your picture. Unless you have your brand or your brand set into place in Canva. But did you see what I just did? I just right-clicked on the image and said apply colors to this, and then it did that. And it made the whole thing be in the color of my branding. So then I put my new logo in the corner, and then I started really playing around with it and having fun with it. Let me just fast forward a little bit. Yes, I played with the frames. See, I did all kinds of ones. Drop shadows, everything. Anyway, then I did another one. I found one that said, this one, cheers. And then I dropped that photo on. You right-click, apply colors to page. And I didn't like the first one. So I just did it again. And then I was like, meh. And then I did it again. You can just have it keep remixing the whole color scheme until you get one you like. Same thing with Spark, too, when you brandify it. So I kind of liked this one, but then I took these, went up to edit image or to the color schemes, and I switched that color over to a real champagne color eventually. Okay, back to fast forwarding right along here of my process. Yeah, I played around. I found this border on my logo, and it brought it from a portrait or a landscape to a square. And with the leaves on it, I thought it looked super cool and was a neat frame. Made that a little bigger, dropped it into place. And then look down below, the button right underneath says Add Page. That is what you want to do. 3 things is what we're going for here. Something that is like the greetings card is the first page. The second page is, for me, this formula, this is going to be the same, and what I recommend for you is to talk about highlights. Highlights for the year for me. Talk about if you're not someone who's working regularly, but you are really trying and, you're working every day towards that. What have you done this year? Have you set up your entire studio? Set up a broadcast quality studio that is ready to do business for you. That is a highlight of the year. So it doesn't have to be, booked as series regular on primetime TV. And we add on the next page. And this second page should be highlights, this year's highlights. So I had to change it over to my brand there, which I just did. Add a heading and say highlights from this year. There we go. Now spell out your top 3 bookings, your top 3 accomplishments, your top 3 things that you are most proud of from 2021, okay? So for me, it was moved from Seattle to the DR, reestablish my voiceover services in a remote location, because believe it or not, that was an undertaking, and partnered with this company, and we made a new AI voice, which was pretty rad, new technology. So those are my 3. And then you go to the 3rd page, and the 3rd page is about them, the client, the people who you want to be working with or already are, and what you're wishing for them and for your business relationship moving forward in the new year. I love way more than on Canva and on Spark what they come up with over at minted.com. So let me pause this for a second. At the date that this video is going out to you, it is most likely way too late. Here's Minted over here. Yeah, it is most likely way too late for you to get any postcards. But if you were doing this in October or November and designing a holiday mailing, which I highly recommend, Minted is beautiful. The stuff that they put together, the things that they write. I've done so many mailings through them. So I loved this one, and I come here for inspiration. But I can't mail things from the Dominican Republic, so I can't use this. If you see it and fall in love with it, I love these guys and recommend you order stuff from them. But at the very least, I like to go here for inspiration. So I love health, happiness, and a fruitful new year with fruit, holiday fruit. That super inspired me. I looked at some other stuff. I thought New Year Cheers was cool. Basically, what you do on Minted or any of the other stationery websites is you go to holiday, and there's always a business holiday card section. And then if you can go to New Year, I like to focus on the New Year. That's a good business thing to focus on. It's non-denominational. It's starting anew. It's wishing prosperity. It's setting the tone for your business relationship. So, and also it gives you a little extra time to get your card in, because it's a New Year's card and New Year's wishes. So yeah, to be totally honest, I go to Minted for inspiration on design and on what to say. Then I go to Google and I type in New Year's quotes. And in fact, let's go back to this video of it. So yeah, see, look, I pulled that. Wishing you health, happiness, and a fruitful new year. And then I actually just went and pulled a piece of fruit line graphic. But look, quotes for the new year and new beginnings. I punched that into this Google search engine. And I'm just browsing this stuff over. Ba-ba-dee-boo-ba-dee-ba. I'm reading all of them. Not liking most of them. Some of them I'm like, ooh, I used that last year, year before, all of that. But then I found a good one that I thought was, this one almost made it. What the new year brings to you will depend a great deal on what you bring to the new year. Ugh, that is so fitting for me looking forward. But this year I wanted to tell them more about my story over the past year, because this year in particular, I've personally been a little more out of touch than other years because I moved out of the country. So I wrote this, began my next bit, and I went back and changed it. Watched my process. Look at this. I'm like, bibbidi boobidi babbidi boo, all the things. So by the time I was done, it said, if you're brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello. And I love Paolo Cello. God. So I even wrote a personal note, my quote of the year while settling into a new country, raising my boys, and setting up my voiceover studio to turn in top-notch work is what that should say. It looks like world. Oh, no, it is work. That's a K and then an exclamation point. Thanks for your continued support. I value your business and love working with you. And then down here is my wishes to them, wishing you health, happiness, and a fruitful new year. And then I put my logo in white down at the bottom because I can just like tap on it. Or my pink one, or all of my logos, I can tap on them and it'll place it on this page anywhere. Again, this one is my example in Canva. So it's a 3-page thing. You choose for it to be a presentation because it's going to play like a video. And the first page is your holiday wishes. In fact, I'll just show you the finished product here. Is going to be right here. The finished product for that one looks like this. A toast to 2020. Cheers to the new year. May your year be bubbly and bright. Here's my highlights from this year. Moved from Seattle, blah, 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 blah. And here is moving forward and my wishes to them. Beautiful. So that is with Canva. Now let me give you my example. My example inside of Spark. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Okay. Back to here. Okay, so that's me manipulating, blah, blah, blah. This is me playing with another one. By the way, the ones that I grabbed are all free. You can log in free and take these, what are they called? These templates. These are free ones. You do not need to pay a dime to do this. And then I went to over to Spark. Okay, so Spark, there's Spark Post, where it makes any kind of post, a poster, an Instagram post, Facebook post, blah, blah, blah. And then there's Spark Video, and it can make presentation videos and other types of promotional videos. So it's similar to what I just did in Canva. So on this one, it loads like this, and it's kind of cool that I know that you can record audio and voiceover over into Canva too, but it's more intuitive to me over here. So I just came over here let's take it back. I went here and then I tapped on this presentation. That's what it was. Yeah, nope, sorry, presentation is a web page. My bad. Don't tap on presentation, tap on slideshow. That's the one that you want for it to be a video. Then it did a bunch of stupid questions, asked me a bunch of things. Okay, then I came to here, typed in poinsettia, thought I'd set the scene. Found this, which made me think of the fruitful new year. When I tap that plus sign down there, it adds another one right after my current page. So I will scroll through and show you. I made all this like this. Uploaded, tried things, changed out the photo, put in this year's highlights on the second one, put in a picture of my branding on the right, went to the outro, and went back to Canva, took my quotes, changed things up. And let's see what this one looks like, because this one, I can, like I said, I haven't done it yet, but I can add voiceover into it, and it turns out sounding and looking pretty pro when you have music in there. Wishing you and yours an amazing holiday and a fruitful new year. This year's highlights for me: complete branding overhaul, moved my entire family to the north coast of the Dominican Republic, designed a new AI voice. This little quote right here had me going all year long. So, all right, there you go. It's 3 things, right? It is the first one, which is like the greeting and it's holiday-esque, holidayed out. The second one, which is the highlights for you this year, your top 3 highlights. I need to say something about how I continue to serve my client list. Anyway, you get the idea. And then the final one is about like looking ahead. And then I always choose an appropriate quote, whether it's one that's talking about what this year was for us and me, or if it's talking about what things will be moving forward. And then I close with something about being grateful for our work this past year and for looking forward to how we'll be working together in the future. So I'm going to go over it one more time with the Canva one. Where are you? Here we go. Right? First one, cheers to the new year. May your year be bubbly and bright. Second one, highlights from the year, 3 things. Last one, the quote, right. So I can drop music in here, same as the other one, which means you can probably do voiceover too. And then these 3 things crossfade. You can do this in so many different things. You can do it in Adobe Rush, you can do it in InShot on your phone, but the way that it makes it like these slides and the way that it can work with all your branding is great in Canva or Adobe Spark, and these are both free versions, and you can get this done now. So you make this little MP4 file that these create. That's the one from Spark, and then this is the one that came from Canva, and then you plug it up on a social and you tag your list, meaning all those people that you worked with this past year or all those people that you auditioned for and wish you would have worked with or could have worked with last year. Obviously, you would change your note to cater to that. Like, looking forward to continuing to giving my best auditions for you in this year to come. Can't wait to work together soon. So that you're not being like, it's great to work with you this year, but all you did was audition for them. So yeah, if you do this, you can put it up on LinkedIn and send it just as a direct message to these people. You can send it as an email, but a video attachment cannot always be received quite right. So I recommend either putting it up on social and tagging them, or if you send it as an email, if you have like a newsletter, send it out that way, or put it up on an upload, like put it up on WeTransfer or something like that. Send them a direct email and be like, hey, I just want you to know I appreciate you, and I made you this video to close out the year. Really hope you're doing great. All the best. And send it in an email. So these are all these different ways that you can get out to this list that you have, that I know you have and keep, and then you'll update. So there you have it. This is a very long-winded video to show you how you can do this in like 5 minutes. You can either do it in Canva, you can do it in Spark, shoot, you can do it in Publisher. But whatever you do, the formula is these 3 slides. Oh, I guess you could also do it in PowerPoint if you wanted to. Having it be happy holidays, cheers to the new year, something like that. Going over your highlights from this past year. Pull an inspirational quote, have a personal note about the year to come and moving forward with this business relationship. There you go. That's the formula. Now get out there and do it so that you can super enjoy your holidays and come into the new year hitting the ground running with work from these people. All right. Happy holidays.